So hello everyone, welcome to our second hangout where we are going to share with you how to position yourself as high value instead of high price. And to do that is the expert and genuine and generous Terry Levine. Hey Terry.
Hey, good to be here. I'm excited.
Me too. Look what happened to us. The little text became like huge.
There it goes. It's covering my face.
There we go. So if you guys are watching us right now, there we go. I'm like in all places. If you're watching us right now, where you want to be is get hot highpayingclients.com/.
Hotpayingclients.com
There you go. You
/value.
see that right on Terry's lower. You know what? I'm just going to remove these because it's going to keep changing.
Hotpayingclients.com /value. VALUE.
And you will find us there. And right there, actually, what we are going to do is we are going to have you download a worksheet. Why? Because all the information is already out there. What you guys need is action. If you're not taking action, your business is not going to move forward. So today is not about just another bunch of information that you can find everywhere. It's actually really helping you face-to-face solve your current positioning situation, which I'm sure, can get some refining, which is why we have Terry here. So to do that, I am going to share my screen, guys, and show you exactly where you can grab that worksheet. Right here. You see, this is our little page, and you're here, and we already have some comments, so this is cool. Let us know you're here. We are going to open that hangout right here, this button. We're going to open it up about 30 minutes as soon as we're done with telling you, basically, with the content. We're going to open it up, and you guys can come in, just click here and join us. Until then, you want to click here, this little link, and download your worksheet, this one. We are going to go and fill this out to you, and we're going to share with you the stuff that most business owners miss and how you can be positioned ahead of the competition. So just let us know first where you are hanging out from. Just comment below. If you're watching us on Facebook, head over to our website so you can interact with us. And let's get started, Terry. What do you say?
Awesome. Let's rock and roll.
Let's rock and roll. Let's do this.
All right.
Okay, so let's start with the first of all, let's talk about why positioning, right? Like there are so many high ticket items out there, and you are such a good preacher, right? For telling people, stop wasting time for money, stop replacing time for money, and get paid what you're really worth. And a lot of people are looking at that and they're going like, well, let me just raise my prices, right? What's the problem with that?
The problem with that is you have to first establish that you create enough value to be paid those kinds of prices. So if your target audience sees the kinds of value that you create, then you can charge high prices, and you must be creating the value that they want and need.
So what do people, there we go. What do people usually, okay, so actually what we're going to do today is we are going to talk about how to find that value, right? How do we discover that value? And we've done that in the previous Hangouts. If you guys haven't watched it yet, you definitely want to sign up for the course to the right, I think, because you want to know how to price your programs. And in the previous Hangout, we talked about a survey. Hopefully you guys already have some results from the survey, so you can pick Terry's brain and she can tell you how to take those results and turn them into value. And so the first thing that you always say is that what is the most critical point that most people miss when they start talking about their programs and what they're selling?
So they're very general. They're not focused on only their ideal prospects. They're focused on anyone. I can help anyone. I can help everyone. And you really need to catch the critical point of focusing only on your ideal qualified prospects and no one else, the people who want and need the results you deliver.
So that's the first thing, you guys. I keep doing that. I'm gonna get really good with my button. So the first thing that you guys want to do is figure out, remove all distraction, like Terry was saying, and focus only on your qualified prospect. And this is the first line in your worksheet. what do you want to do? You want to focus only on qualified prospect. And I guess the second question that comes with that is like, how do I know who's qualified, Terry?
Well, so a couple things. First, if you did your survey, you're going to know the result that people want and the result you deliver. So that's critical. That's essential in the grounding. But the second is you know who's qualified by having what I call a core unique positioning statement. A core unique positioning statement. This is how you position yourself differently from everyone else and how you get paid higher and how prospects can sort themselves in knowing that they're qualified or out knowing they're not qualified. So you need to create what's called a core unique positioning statement, and that's not an elevator pitch and it's not a USP, unique selling proposition. It's a little bit different.
So this is what we are going to do for you today, guys. We are going to help you, and I'm going to just update this so we can actually see the real comments. Another one from the previous one. So let me just update that for a second, and there we go. It's a little cleaner. So what we're going to do for you today is you guys are going to leave here this training with your core positioning statement. If you're sticking around with us and you're actually going to go through all the worksheet, you're going to leave here with that core positioning, and that will allow you to get paid what you are worth. So how do we do that? How do you get a core positioning?
So first of all, I'll probably say this 10 times or more during our time together. You have to do the survey. You just have to do the survey because otherwise you're guessing at what people want. So that's the number one thing is you have to be really clear. The second thing is you have to know the exact result you deliver. So you know the survey, what result people want. You know the answer to what can I actually deliver. And then I think I want to teach the exact how a little bit later on today so that people can get the right mindset. They really have to first know you do the survey and you know the result. I can deliver this result and not a general result. Like I can help you with your marketing. I can help you with your sales. A specific result that answers the question of what your target audience really wants.
And I love that you say that because some of the comments that we asked you guys to start putting the value of what you offer in the comments. And some of the comments are, I offer my clients the proven system steps to be able to live their dream life. Or
that's too generic.
I want to see people's lives transform. Very generic, right? Yes. Or we use our education and resources and talent and seize any opportunity to move our clients in the direction they want to go and receive joy and fulfillment in assisting them to reach their desired legal destination and places of success.
Wow. So let me speak to that one real quick. While that's also very generic, it's very we focused. We. And it can't be about us. It has to be about the exact result a client asked for. People don't walk around saying, here's my money, I want to buy fulfillment. Here's my money, I want to buy transformation. They want one concrete specific result. Your one result with me is get hot paying clients. One specific result. So what is the one specific result you deliver that your target audience is literally asking for? And people don't walk around saying, here's money, make my life better. Here's money, they want something specific. I hope that's clear.
It's very clear. And you know what's cool is that I actually wanted to buy those wristbands. And I want to create some for my clients that say, it's not about you. Right?
Oh, that's perfect. That's so good. I love it. I love it. And it has to be our clients. It has to be focused on their outcomes.
Right. And so the other thing, like when it's not about you, it's like what you're talking about specific results is like, you mentioned that in the previous hangout, lose 20 pounds in 10 days, right? That's a specific result. If I lost the 20 pounds, I achieved my goal, right?
Exactly. And it needs to be specific. We can't just say, I help people achieve more health, feeling better, having joy, having fulfillment, having happiness, feeling more love, whatever that is, feeling better about their body. A specific, tangible, measurable outcome. I start here. Do I get more of XYZ because I pay you a lot of money? And that's why I'm willing to pay you a lot of money is to get a result.
Exactly. And so what we're talking about and is like getting your core positioning. I'm going to mess it up. core unique positioning.
Yes, core unique positioning statement.
And when you do that, you will become a not me too business. So let's talk about the me too business.
There's a lot of people that are doing what I call me too businesses, which is, oh, I can help people get get more prospects. Me too. I can help people have more joy. Me too. And when we look like a me too business, if I can buy the same exact product at Walmart that I can buy at Saks Fifth Avenue, I'll go buy it at Walmart. I'll save money. But there's a reason that people shop at a Saks Fifth Avenue versus a Walmart. And there's a different clientele and there's a different expectation. So Me Too businesses, this is what they lack. They lack a core, unique positioning statement. They're just saying in a vague general way, just like a few of the ones that you read, I can help you X, Y, Z. And it's way too vague and it doesn't make them unique and it doesn't speak to the core result that they deliver.
So let me just share my screen, guys, and show you your worksheet for a second. And right here, you cannot be a Me Too business right here, right? Because Me Too businesses, they don't have a core unique positioning. And without a core unique positioning, you will not be able to charge high ticket prices and you will not be able to transform your business. So by the end of today's workshop, you're going to have your own core unique positioning. So don't worry about that. We're going to get there. But we're just like what Terry said, she's walking you through the mental process of what it is that you need to think about before you can just be like, okay, my price is this and this is what I do and all that stuff. So not a Me Too business. Have a core unique positioning. And if you've been working with Terry for a while, maybe you have, whoops, where am I? Here I am. Here I am. If you've been working her, maybe you already know, or maybe you're guessing, or now as you hear Terry talking about it, maybe you have an idea of what it is, the specific value that you're bringing. So put that in the comments so we can relate to that.
That'd be great.
Right? And so our next thing is like, how do we become a trusted advisor?
And becoming a trusted advisor is important because people invest in trusted advisors. So a trusted advisor delivers an outcome and solves the biggest problem a client has. So if the biggest problem that somebody has, let's say it's somebody doing sales and they can't close people, they have a low sales close ratio. The biggest problem is closing, the one problem that they have. So a trusted advisor gets to be a trusted advisor because they solve that problem over and over and over again. They're so good at it. If they solve how to lose 10 pounds in 25 days, they can do that over and over and over again because they're so good at it. And then people respect that and pay them high tickets for that. And it's important to position yourself as a trusted advisor.
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. So, so guys, if you're looking at your, if you're looking at your worksheet, then the way to become a trusted advisor that is worthy of high paying fees is being able to solve that one thing. So again, put that in the comments. What is the one thing that you are solving? And Terry, isn't it true they should have gotten that from their survey?
Absolutely. This is why the survey, I'm going to preach it today. I'm preaching it. The survey is so important. Once you know the result people want and you really know you can deliver that, literally, it's just matching that up. People want this. Oh my goodness, I know how to deliver that. I'm going to deliver that. You become known as the expert at doing that one thing. And that's all you need to do. You create an entire business being an expert at one thing.
And how cool is that if you think about this? No complicated funnels. You don't have to know everything. You can just be like good at one thing, and that actually can provide you with a six-figure business. Like, just think about the mental space and the peace of mind that you're going to have because you're going to work with people that you enjoy working with, only delivering one solution. Everybody's going to go about, hey, you want that solution? That's the person delivering it. And it'll be like so much easier. I just dropped something.
Mic drop.
Exactly, right? You know what? I'm just going to become super good with like clicking. I apologize, guys. Okay, so let's get it. What's that?
It's sort of fun.
Let's get into the formula, right? So you said there are like three things that people need to answer, three questions they have to answer in order to get their unique business proposition.
Right. So the first part is, who do you help? I help who? Who is the person, the specific target audience that you help? You can't say, I help people. I help moms. I help parents. It's got to be really specific. Who is that exact person? I help service businesses. I help hair salons. I help chiropractors. We need a specific target audience. So that's the first part, who. The second part is the what. What is that result that you help them get or help them achieve? And that's very simply the result they told you they wanted in the survey. You've heard that before. And the third part is by eliminating what. So let's just say that I help people who are sales professionals who are struggling with closing. Who do I help? Sales professionals. What do I help them achieve? A much higher close rate in a very easy way. And how do you do it? So the third part is the how. I do it through my proprietary 3-step command, connect, convert formula, or through my Levine method program. I just make something up. Through my system, through my process. Method, system, process are good words. So who do you help? Specific. What specifically do you help them achieve? And then how do you do it? System, process, method.
So one of the things that people are saying they're struggling with is one of the questions that you left there. It's like, why you and only you? And, I think a lot of people are going like, me too business, because they don't really know what's super unique about the way that they're delivering their program. And they're like, like, why don't you go with someone else? Because I'm not that awesome.
So let me share that, because this is really interesting. Every one of us, let's just say all of you knew how to deliver hot paying clients. Every one of us could have a hot paying clients program. However, my business would stand out, and yours could too, from being a Me Too business because of having a core unique positioning statement. You would do it different than I do it. You would bring your years of life and work experience, your unique method, system, or process. You might say, I'm going to teach this, and then I'm going to teach this, and I'll say, no, I'm going to teach this, and then I'm going to teach this. So that becomes, important word here, your proprietary method, system, or process. So I'm going to hire you, because you're not a Me Too business, because you're going to say, Terry, I'm going to help you close a lot more leads as a sales professional with my proprietary blah, blah, blah process. Okay. Now I may have a similar process, but I didn't name it the same thing. I don't have your life experience, your work experience, or your exact process. So the differentiation point is the name of your system, method, or process, and the steps that you teach in your system, method, or process, which won't be the same for each person.
And this is really where people come in with positioning, right? We shared with you guys the difference between Hermes bags. I'm pronouncing it right? Hermes?
Mm-hmm. Hermes, yes.
Hermes bags that are selling for $7,000, $10,000 and actually being considered an investment. And it's funny because I've had that conversation with my sister. I'm like, it's a bag. And she's like, it's an investment. Oh, it's a bag.
Right.
But like, and people are actually looking at this as levels. Like, I've actually made it in life when I can have a Hermes bag. So that's positioning, because it's a bag, right? You put your purse and all that stuff. It's just a bag, but it's not just a bag, because they have positioning, right? They position themselves as, I guess, the Lamborghini of handbags or something.
Yeah, I mean, and that is what a big piece of it is. So I'll just say something, really transparently. I've been charging $6,000 per hour of my time. That's a lot of money. I'm being very upfront and transparent about that. And somebody can go to another coach, consultant, or mentor who's $600 an hour, right? There's a difference. And the difference is the result or outcome that people choose to buy. So people who buy a $7,000 bag are looking for a certain result or outcome versus somebody who buys a $70 bag. People who invest in a coach, consultant, mentor, trainer that's $6,000 versus $600 are looking for a different result or outcome. In our jobs, whether we're the person making and manufacturing and selling that bag, which is probably made by the same company that makes the $600 bag, just saying. It's positioning. It's truly positioning. How do you get yourself elevated? You create a core unique positioning statement. You're the one in the market. You own the market. You're not me too. You don't have the same look and feel of everybody else and everything else. We had that Christmas ornament, right? That was, oh my gosh, like, what? Who buys a Christmas ornament like that? Your ideal target market will buy from you if you position what they want correctly and you have value behind it. Now, we might not see the value, right? I might say, I am not spending $7,000 on a bag. Just like you said, it's a bag. However, right, the right person, like your sister and like my niece, is going to say, yeah, but, right? Because they're the right target market. And so you speak only to your right target market. They're not resonating and speaking with you or me about the $7,000 500 bag. They are speaking to their right target audience, and they position and elevate themselves. And all of us have the opportunity to do that in our languaging, in our core unique positioning.
Yes. And so this is going to be very interesting because my mouse just froze. Everything happens today, Terry. So it's good.
It's all good.
Just so you know, those on Facebook can see me. Those on Hangouts will see Terry all the time. But we'll figure it out. So what you said right now about the positioning, this is super important because you're saying you cannot begin marketing, right, unless you know that story and that positioning.
Right. And this is what I see all the time. I see people start marketing a widget or a service or whatever because, oh, I have this passion and that's what I want to offer and that's what the world needs. Well, don't convince yourself of that, because you may have a very rude disappointment, which is why a lot of people struggle. And they go, I don't understand. I don't have people investing enough money in me. People can't afford me. They can afford you if you have the right target audience and you've created enough position of value, and if you're delivering the right outcome. So don't look like a Me Too business, and certainly don't just put yourself out there and start marketing. And I watch you guys and gals, I watch a lot of Facebook stuff, and I see a lot of people that look like Me Too businesses that I would have a hard time choosing a copywriter or somebody nutritionally or maybe even a consultant. There's a lot of you that even your Facebook posts are very much Me Too, and I really want you to be distinct and different.
So what we're going to do now, because my battery in my mouse died. So as I'm going to go new batteries, I'm going to leave Terry here to just tell you exactly, like, drive down into that formula, help you figure out how you can position yourself. And then we're going to open it up and you guys are going to come in and Terry can help you face to face, really owning what is your core positioning formula. So come in and be like, hey, this is what I'm selling. This is what the value I think I'm giving. And she'll be like, well, and some questions, she can really help you out. So Terry, take it away and I'll let you know when I'm back with some
All right, batteries. That's awesome. This is the most important thing for me to get across to you. I'm not talking about, and I just want to make that clear before I explain it to you, I'm not talking about standing up at a LaTip or BNI meeting or any network meeting and giving this 30-second commercial. I'm not a fan of those. I don't teach those, and I actually really don't believe in those. And if you're memorizing something, you sound like you memorized something. You get up and you go, I make dreams come true, and I'm your financial wizard. That's a bunch of jargon. I hear coaches do this a lot in the industry. They'll go, I take people from point A to point B. Well, what is point A? What is point B? Who are the people? You didn't tell me a result. And any coach can take someone from here to here, because that's what a coach does, is they fill in a gap. So again, who? Really, when you come on with me, because I want to coach you and help you, who specifically do you help? Specific. I know that I help service-oriented businesses, coaches, consultants, speakers, trainers, authors. That's my target audience. I'm very clear, I don't help everyone. What is the result they want? My target audience told me They want more hot paying clients. Therefore, that's where we are. Okay. What is my system, my formula, my method? And I recommend that you name it, give it a name. And let me give you a little bonus here. Names that have a process like my simple proven 3-step process, my simple proven proprietary 3-step formula, my simple proven proprietary simple method are very well responded to. And one last bonus tip. And this is coming from my old background. I originally was a speech language pathologist many, many moons ago. And, a lot of times when a baby says, mama, mama, we're like, oh my gosh, right? And then dads go, why didn't they say dada, dada? Well, I'm going to teach you something that's going to be very relevant. Babies aren't usually actually saying mama, mama, mama. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. Babies do 3 sounds, M, 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 ba, 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 pa, pa, pa. All 3 are made with lips. M, ba, pa. All 3 are very similar. And that's where babies start learning language. And they also combine vowel sounds. And the first vowel that they learn is ah. So they're just babbling. Ma, ma, ma. Ah, they said mama. Okay. So why am I teaching you that? How's that relevant? If your 3 words start with M, B, or P, pay attention. This is a really bonus I never teach. If your 3 words start with M, B, or P, the human brain psychologically retains them and remembers them. So if you had 3 words like magnetize, monetize, materialize, I just made those up, they would be very helpful words for your proprietary process.
I love it. And I have my my thing. Yay.
Yay,
I'm like, so this I love this. This is great. So guys, refresh the page you are on. If you're watching us on Facebook in any of our groups, just jump over to gethotpainclients.com/value. And you'll be able to click on the button right here below the Hangout right now and jump on in, and you can get your core unique positioning done right now. Because if you know this one thing, that will transform your entire business. It will transform the way you communicate with your audience, the way that your audience perceives you, how much you can charge, and your conversation will make life so much easier. So refresh the page, come on in, and make sure that you mute yourself, like if someone is in the middle of a conversation. So while you are doing that, let me just share my screen again for a second, and let's show you the formula just to make sure that you got that down. So right here on the bottom, you can see that right here on the bottom, the formula is exactly what Terry was just saying. I help who to get what, right? By eliminating what with my system, method, program, or formula. So when you guys are coming in, explain your whatever it is that you're doing in those words. I help who get or achieve what results they want by eliminating what and with what system, method, formula, program. And if you're smart, then you're going to use one of the letters that Terry was just saying. And as you hear, we also have a free gift for you that you can grab right here. Do it after the training. So I was waiting for you guys to jump over. There we go. Let's just share a few more. So Terry, if we were to kind of like revise some of the comments that people left right below with the positioning, and I'm going to read them again and see. We'll see how we do that. So I want to see people's lives transform. That's not really a core value proposition, right?
So I'll start with the word people. Who are the people? I want to see people. I don't know specifically who your target audience is, so they won't know, won't resonate with them. Lives transform. Transform into what? What exactly does that mean? And are people asking you? Were they calling you, coming to you and saying, I woke up this morning and I want my life to transform? I don't think most people speak that way. I think people want something specific. They want to eliminate something and they want a specific result. You need those words.
Okay, so when you guys, so this was Regina. Regina, if you're with us, jump on in and let's actually get a core unique proposition. Vicky's here. She says hi. Hi, Vicky. Come on in. We'll say hi.
Come on in, Vicky.
And so Linda was saying, I offer clients the proven system steps to be able to live their better dream life. So that's kind of like the same as Regina, right?
Yeah, so let's just start there. I offer clients. Well, we're not your client. So if you say I offer clients and I'm not your client, I just ruled myself right out. So specifically, who do you offer and to do what specifically in their life? Eliminate what from their life to achieve what specific, concrete, tangible result in their life. That's where you're missing the point. And when we're vague, I'll just say this. Our audience can't raise their hand and can't say, that's me, I want in. They can just get confused. And by the way, a confused audience gets repelled. And so they don't move towards you, they actually move away from you.
That is a biggie. So, and it's a biggie because when you are, because we said something very interesting before. One of the messages with the bags, right? I'm not the target audience, so it's good to repel me. But if you confuse me, I don't even know whether I'm your target audience or not, right?
Exactly. So it's okay to repel people. You know, it's fine. So I say I work with service business owners, coaches, consultants, speakers, trainers, authors, right? So you can instantly say, well, no, I sell a widget and I manufacture water bottles, and you can rule yourself out. That's exactly what we want. Attract the right people, repel the wrong people.
Exactly. So, okay. So, you guys, I see you commenting, but I don't see you jumping in. We really
Come
want
on
you to
in, face to face, eyeball to eyeball. Don't be scared. We'll have some fun. Let's rock and roll.
right. So, so jump on in. And so, let's say someone, let's talk about something that just happened in Facebook today. We were talking about the Me Too business, and a lot of people, all the information is already out there, right? A lot of people are sharing very similar information. And the way that you said that, the way we position ourselves differently is what you bring as your character, your knowledge, the way that you're doing things. Let's talk about the fear, right? The fear of like, hey, there's another person out there that is sharing exactly the same thing that I do, or they are very similar, or they're same niche and stuff like that. And I don't, they're using my words or I'm using their words. And there's this kind of like, how do I position myself, unique proposition, right, in the marketplace, even though we're kind of like hitting the same target audience?
I love that you brought that up. I was actually thinking of that. So I got, I'll just share without names or anything, but I got a really strange message on Facebook from someone saying, hey, I see you're doing this course and it's similar to my book and my trademark. And I'm like, well, you can't trademark any of these words. They're not trademarkable. So no, you didn't trademark the words. I don't know who you are. I've never read your book. And there's the truth of this. Okay, I believe in the law of abundance, not the law of scarcity. Anything I teach, the world is welcome to teach because you're going to teach it in your own way. If you really know how to get results, don't go teach something you can't get a result in. By the way, I see that. I see people copycatting other people, but they don't have a clue how to get the result. And so make sure you teach something you can get a result in and create value from. And so I kind of looked at that and thought, boy, is that interesting. Somebody got scared because, oh, somebody's teaching a similar concept. You create your business in a core, unique way with your positioning because you have your proprietary system, method, formula. Whoever this person is, it's cool if she's teaching something similar, and I invite everybody to teach something similar. If you can, more people need it. However, don't be a Me Too business. Be different. I teach what I know, what's worked for me, my unique processes that have worked for my clients. I'm sure she teaches that also. There's room for all of us in the market as long as we position ourselves.
And I love that you say that because there we go. Here I am. I love that you say that because, like, let's say you were the only one on the planet that was selling fresh water. For example, can you really serve? How many people do we have, Terry?
Oh, come on. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Which is, let's face it. Let's talk water, right? You could buy this company bottled water, this company. And so if I was the first one to come out with water in a bottle and somebody else did it, I wouldn't go, oh my gosh, like you have bottled water also. That's my thing. Or I wrote about bottled water in my book. You can't write about it in your book. How many weight loss books do we have, for example, right? I think 500 come out every day, it seems like. there's not one system, one method, one water, one kind of a computer, one kind of microphone, or one kind of anything. And the beauty of our world is that we give people choices in business. They choose the coach, consultant, trainer, speaker that they resonate with. They choose the water they resonate with. They get to have choice. And as long as we have a core unique position, people know why to choose us or our product or service.
I love that you said that because it is so true. I only drink Perel. I only drink this. If we didn't have choices in the world, that would be like so limiting.
Boring. Really boring.
So we have Vicky is trying to jump in. So Vicky, all you have to do is click the button below that says join the Hangout, and you'll be able to join us. As you're doing that, as you're figuring your way into the Hangout, and everyone, you use Chrome when you want to join us. That's the best browser to use Hangouts. So use Chrome. Click on the button below, log into your Google account, your Gmail, and you should be able to join us and actually converse with Terry face to face. And so as we're waiting for you to jump in, this is what she said her core positioning statement is. And let's see how on track she is. So she says, we are the only business strategy company who helps frustrated, struggling women, female business owners with conscious business build long-term recurring income with our exclusive simple 3-step method called Message People Entry Point. What do you think?
So I think it's very specific on who they help. I think it's specific on the result and what they're eliminating. I'm not a big fan of the name of the program. It's not a name that I would easily and quickly remember and be able to tell other people. So I would change the name. I'd prefer, again, an M, B, or P. And the 3 words should start with the same letter. So my program, command, connect, convert. They should start with the same letter, much easier to remember. Other than that, Vicki, you nailed it.
That's awesome. So I know, right? High five. So do you think that this might, like, how long should your statement be?
It's a great question. The statement can be a sentence or 2. It just needs to answer the question. Vicki started with, we are the only, and that is, she is a client, so I do teach something a little additional to clients, and I'll share it here. When you can say we are the only, or I am the only, it positions you even higher and for even more value. And if you're saying, well, how could I be the only? You just said somebody else could offer water and I'm offering water. There's something unique about the way you do it. So I am the only person that has the command, connect, convert system. How can I make that statement? Nobody teaches exactly what I teach. Nobody is exactly me. Nobody has the years of experience doing exactly what I do in the way that I do it. Just the same for you. So you can add in, we are the only. So her statement was a good length, a sentence to 2 sentences max. And by the way, I'm going to repeat this. Don't memorize this. Don't memorize this. Anytime you stand up in a room, you ask yourself, who do I help? What do I help them get? And what do I help them eliminate? And what's my process? And you answer that from your heart.
Oh, I love that. So let me just show you guys how to join us. So we are all on the same page. So right here, sorry, Terry, we got a screenshot of you. So right here below, you see, join the Hangout. You click on the Hangout. It opens up a window. You're going to see us here. And now you're going to see me going into a wormhole because I'm sharing my screen. And you're going to just have to click, I have read and understood this information. Click, OK, I got it. And you're in the Hangout. So I'm going to turn this off. So right here. So Vicky, refresh the page. If the button is not working for you, if you don't see like a little hand like that, refresh the page and then you can join us because we just made that button active. But you're on point. So, and I know Alexander is watching us right now, and I know we have
Alexander. Hi.
Yeah, I know, right? So click the button, refresh the page, click the button, and join us. So what is the one thing that most of your clients come to you, Terry? Because I'm assuming that most people who come to you have been through a bunch of other clients before, after other mentors before, the $600 ones, right? And they're struggling probably with similar things that maybe our audience is struggling with when we are looking at positioning. So what is that first thing when people are trying to figure out their own businesses, and Vicky's here, when they're trying to figure out their own businesses, what is the one thing that you feel like kind of like, okay, if you can solve just one thing, this will take you on a completely different route?
So what I see is that they're not specific about what the result is the number one thing I see. And they may have worked, usually have, with other coaches, consultants, trainers, whatever, mentors. A lot of times they've invested huge amounts of money. So maybe it was a 600 here and 1,000 here and a whatever, but the result that they got didn't make a significant difference in their business. And when I say to them, who is the exact specific person that you help, I don't get a specific enough answer, and or I don't get a specific enough process. So once you clarify those things and know that your target audience wants that, it is a game changer, period.
Because at that point, you don't have to sell them anymore on what it is that you're selling. They're looking for you, right?
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing.
Exactly. So I actually call this reverse marketing. Instead of you hunting all the time, where can I find new people? I have to do online networking, offline networking. Oh, I should probably do Facebook ads. I probably should do email blasts, looking and hunting and hunting. They're coming to you. They're calling you. They're filling out opt-in forms, web forms. They're picking up the phone. They're calling you. They're messaging you on Facebook. And they're literally asking you, can you help me? And that's a much more fun, easy peasy way of doing business.
So guys, if you're just watching this right now, if you got this, like this golden nugget, what Terry just shared, that is a game changer in so many levels. Like think about your searches. When you go online to look for something, Google is how do I solution, result. How do I whiten my teeth? How do I lose 20 pounds? How do I get out of legal advice? How do I, right? That's the result that she's talking about. If you do that, if you're like the one that's like providing that result, reverse marketing, exactly what Terry was saying. So this hangout, guys, if you apply it, it will be a game changer. And don't worry about this because we are going to help you really structure your program coming up. So this is just the beginning. It's not the end, right?
Exactly. We're just in the beginning stages.
So we have Vicky here. Vicky, can you unmute?
Vicky. Hi there.
Unmute her. Hold on. There we go. Hey, can we hear you?
How about now?
Now we hear you. Yay, good. Yeah. So my feedback, I want to make sure you heard it, was your core unique positioning. Every part of it was really awesome, specific, told us what the result is, told us who the audience is, told us their frustration. The only thing I would change are the 3 words. They're not easy to remember. They don't start with the same letter, and they're just not real clear, and they're not words I would remember if I was going to share you with somebody. I wouldn't remember those words. So that's all I'd like to say.
That's good because, sorry, I have a bit of a cold.
I hear the cold.
Yeah, I had the original with 3 C's, and then I like the MVP thing that you said, and I was trying to think of words while I was writing it and just failed at it. We'll do it,
Good. I know you will.
Back together, yeah.
But
I want to go back to that marketing piece where you were talking about reverse marketing and getting the name of your product, because the name of my product is actually the hard thing for me. It's not like marketing or something. I teach people how to build assets. And so when I look at all the assets that I help you, I don't know, other than maybe doing a keyword search on Google, you'll get gold, silver, homes, other kinds of fixed assets and things like that. So I would like to work on a title, and is it wise to work on a title that maybe has one word that's not in the search and one word that is in a search?
Great question. That's a really powerful question. I wouldn't, believe it or not, I wouldn't worry about the search. I would worry about naming the process, the system, the method. So, I mean, I'm just going to make something up. It could be the Helm asset method. It could be
I get it.
The smart group asset process, whatever. That's the most important part versus worrying about search terms.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Feel better.
I will.
And so we have another question from Elaine. Elaine, come join us.
Hi,
As she
Elaine.
is as she's trying to join us, she says, I am the only one that teaches new startup a full and comprehensive system to succeed. What do you think?
So, a new startup in what? A new startup could be anything. What does that mean? Be very specific. What kind of a startup? That has a comprehensive system. What's the pain and what's the result? What's the pain? So let me give you an example. When I started my very first business, I didn't have a clue how to get clients. So if I were a startup, I would have wanted to hire somebody. Back then it was patience. Who can teach me how do I get patients really fast? What was the pain I was struggling with? I had no idea how to get patients coming to my speech clinic. So I would pick a very specific kind of a startup, people who were starting up XYZ kind of businesses. And the words comprehensive system, I made this mistake early on. My company was called Comprehensive Coaching. It was big and generic. I went obviously to very specific now, very specific. So I'd rather, instead of you saying I have a comprehensive system, I have the blah, blah, blah system method process that in 3 simple steps will take you from the frustration of blank in your startup to blank result in your startup. Does that make sense?
Totally. And this is so awesome. And Elaine, Donna, I think it's Ready V. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Jump on in because you can do this face to face, just like Vicky was doing with Terry, rather than like comment after comment after comment. You can actually nail this down right now. Like, how amazing is that?
Yeah, let me help you. Come on in.
Come on in. And so Donna says, my program name is Build It Better.
Okay, so I'm just going to say build what better? So build it better. And I'm going to be a little sarcastic, so forgive me. Am I building something out of Legos? Am I constructing a home? Am I building a business? I don't know what I'm building. So build it better is really vague. And it's not really giving me a result or a proprietary system or process. So I'd rather you say, I help very specific XYZers get very specific XYZ results, eliminating XYZ frustration with my proprietary, simple 3-step, blah, blah, blah method, system, or process. I really think that'll work a lot better. Honestly, if I saw build it better, because I'd be confused and I wouldn't know what it is, I wouldn't pay any attention. And I want to pay attention to you.
And it's so true because I would like, for me, and someone who doesn't know anything about that kind of stuff, like Terry does, Build It Better sounds like Home Depot. So
yeah, I thought of construction first. That's true. I thought of building a house or a contractor. And honestly, that's not my thing. I was like, I don't want to be part of that.
Totally. And so Ready, I don't know how to pronounce your name, so you gotta have to jump in, says, my service is being a messenger of the divine in healing the wounds of conditioning. My soul's imprint is to break the code of human condition.
So that is all about you. That is awesome. It's all your passion, your mission, your vision. It has absolutely nothing to do with your audience. They don't care. I don't mean to be cruel. I mean to be honest to help you. Our audience does not care about us. They really don't. They care about what's in it for me. What's the end result?
Other clients, other mentors.
Whoops.
There we go.
They care about what the end result is. What can I get? What can you do for me? Not what is our mission or vision. So who specifically do you help? Because I don't know who you help in that. If you help me, what do you help me with? What do you help me through? How do I know I need your help? What's my frustration? And then what's the exact specific targeted measurable result that I get with your specific measurable process? What I heard in there, and that's a really good one, I'm glad we came up with that, is what I hear from a lot of healers, Reiki practitioners, shamans that I've worked with. It's very generic and it's very open, and it doesn't tell me the specifics that I get. I need to know, before I give you a lot of dollars, what specifically will you do for me, and how do I know that I have that pain? So I hope that's helpful. I'd love to see you retry that.
And what's really great about what you just said is that, like what you're saying, I'm working with a healer right now, and the focus is like reducing stress, right? Like, or eliminating stress. So I'm like, okay, I'm stressful. I need to reduce stress, and I will know how, whether it worked or not by the way I feel, right? So it's super specific, and it's still in the healing arena kind of thing.
Exactly.
And so we have Jackie here. So Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
Hi.
Good to see you. Yay. You there?
Yes, Jackie. Any questions? How do we? What's your core unique positioning?
Okay, hold on. Camera, hold on.
Yes, I want you. I don't want your picture, but it's beautiful. I love it. I hear the clicks. Let's see if we get you on camera.
Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to get yourself on camera?
Yeah, it's not working for me.
That's okay. Let's because we only have like 5 more minutes, so let's.
Go
let's
ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead, Jackie.
So
What's your core unique position?
okay, so my core unique. Okay, I wrote it down, but I want to make sure I get it right.
Good.
So I help professional. Okay, so I help women who are in corporate or on an entrepreneurial journey who are struggling to achieve or get career fulfillment by eliminating stress and burnout with my 5-step passion to prosperity system.
All right, so you've got some really good elements in there, and you've got a couple that I'd like you to change up. Corporate and entrepreneurial, they're really two very different audiences. People who are in corporate have a different set of issues, and people who are entrepreneurs have a different set of challenges. So I'd like you to narrow that and choose one to focus on. And the other term that's a little vague for me is struggling. So if you talk about burnout, I totally get it. If you say struggling with what specifically? If they're stressed, what's the stress? So I'd like you to get a little bit more specific there. And your 5-step process, that works. That's fine. I usually like 3. I'm okay with 5, no more than 5. So that's fine. Can you make those couple of changes?
So my question then is, because I did a survey.
Good.
And in the survey, I had both women. I had either women who were working in corporate, but they were consultants for corporate. So in other words, their clients were corporate. So they were kind of sucked into that corporate world, which they no longer wanted that client, but they were the entrepreneur. And then I've had women who are, you know, in a 9-to-5, and they don't know how to pivot.
So let me ask you this question. If I had both audiences here for you right now and said, Jackie, I can deliver either audience to you, which audience do you want to work with, and can you help more quickly? Don't go to your head, go to your heart. Quick answer.
I would say the entrepreneurial.
That's your audience. And then you need to say that and be really clear. Now, by the way, I might be a fit. Let's just say that I'm a coach or consultant, and I'm working with Ford and Merck and General Electric, and I'm doing corporate work. I still might be a fit. However, once you're very specific and say entrepreneur, it's a very different than a woman working in corporate. So I love that clarity.
Okay.
Got it?
So professional women is too vague.
It's real vague. Professional what? I would say women who own their own business, women who own a service business. You don't have to be service. Something like that. Very specific, which women, and what are they struggling with, and what exact result will they get?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're able to come on.
Yeah. No, great points. I'm getting a lot. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, so wait, one more question.
Yep.
So when going back to I am the only or we are the only statement, when do you actually, how do you position yourself when you say that? Are you saying that in social media, or are you saying that
Oh,
like,
good question. I love it. So that's a great question. Once you have a core unique positioning, you use it everywhere, on your signature file, on your business cards, when you stand up at meetings, on your social media profiles, on your website, on your blog. It now gets integrated everywhere because it's your messaging and it is your positioning and part of your branding.
okay. All
I'm
right.
glad you asked that one.
Okay, that helps me a lot. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So what I love about what we just did is that this is, guys, what we want to provide you. This little brainstorming that just happened in 5 minutes, like look how Terry, in like a few words, was really able to help Jackie like hone it. And Jackie, do you now feel like more confident going out there and going like, okay, this is what I do and this is who I help?
Yes, I just got a major visual flash of who those women are.
Ooh, yay, I'm excited.
Yes,
Yay.
it helps me to just align much more so.
Beautiful. I can't wait.
So that's the beauty of this, guys. This is why we're doing this, because by the end of this, you guys are going to live here with knowing exactly what result you bring, how you're going to teach that. You're going to have your program. We're kind of like spoiling the surprise that's coming up. You're going to have your program and you'll be able to go and sell it. All that stuff is going to be taught to you, but you have to take those first steps, just like Jackie did. You have to have a survey, and then you have to have your core unique positioning statement. And these two hangouts will help you with that. Now, the next one, Terry and I are going to work on something that follows up with this, Terry.
Actually, I really want to teach people then, kind of where Jackie just led us. What do you do now that you've got a core unique positioning statement? How do you use it to magnetize your audience?
Oh, I love that. So that would be our next one, guys. We will let you know where it is. But if you're watching these two hangouts and if you're watching the replays, I know a lot of people had some time conflict. If you're watching the replays, put your comments, like put your core, unique core positioning in the comments, and we're going to follow up with that. Make sure that you take the course that's right here to the next of the training, because that will help you go through all the steps and realize what it is that you are selling, how to find the people that want to buy, how to message that, and how to stop being a Me Too business. So you can do that before our next hangout. By the end of all of that, by the end of the year, guys, you guys going to transform your entire business, and I'm super, super, super excited about that. So anything else that we want to add, Terry, before we finish?
Yeah, the last thing. First, I want to thank you all for being here. But secondly, I want to ask you to really come in and play, because I'm here to actually coach you and consult with you for free. So come on into the Hangouts each time. And then the last thing is, I believe in passing everything forward. So I'm passing forward my knowledge to you for free. If you're getting value from what I'm doing, please share this. Let other people know so we can help more people together.
Holy. That is one of the biggest things that you guys can do. Not only help your business, but help other businesses. So thank you so much. Today is Thursday, so have an awesome weekend, and follow us, because we'll let you know when the next training is, right?
Yep, exactly.